2.2 million citizens made it. South Chungcheong Province has achieved the early phase-out of its old coal-fired power plants. The Fine Dust Management Plan, released by the Korean government on November 1, 2019, set the early decommissioning of Boryong Units 1 and 2 for 2020, 2 years earlier than the scheduled closure date of 2022. The western coast of South Chungcheong hosts half of the coal-fired power plants in South Korea due to its proximity to the Seoul metropolitan area and easy port access for imported coal. There are 14 units that have been operating for more than 20 years, including Boryong Units 1 and 2, which have been operating for more than 35 years. Coal-fired power plants have contributed to national economic development. However, due to fine dust and greenhouse gas emissions, they cause not only environmental pollution but also threaten the health of our ecosystem. In a survey of South Chungcheong Province residents in September 2019, 76% of respondents said that air pollution level is severe, and around 80% agreed with replacing coal power with eco-friendly energy sources. In January 2019, a task force of experts, NGOs, and residents on the early decommissioning of old coal-fired power plants was launched and managed. With many consultations, the task force provided reasonable evidence as well as an enlarged domestic and international policy network on the early phase-out of coal power plants. To establish a cooperative system with ministries and related agencies, South Chungcheong Province has worked to achieve consensus with the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Energy, National Council on Climate and Air Quality, and coal power plants. In particular, South Chungcheong Province has led a joint declaration on early phase-out of old coal power plants with 4 nearby provinces and held workshops with National Assembly members and provincial council members. South Chungcheong Province hosted round-table conferences with the British Ambassador to Korea and Canadian Ambassador to Korea, as both the UK and Canada are leading the PPCA, as well as international institutes such as the Under 2 Coalition and Greenpeace in 2019. South Chungcheong Province has shared its international vision for energy transition with diverse Asian countries by hosting the Asia-Pacific Roundtable on Energy Transition and Coal Phase-Out and the International Conference on Coal Phase-Out and Climate Action. The Citizens Alliance for the Early Decommissioning of Old Coal Power Plants, established in July 2019, consists of representatives from NGOs in South Chungcheong Province. It has been creating a success story for resident-driven governance that brings together citizens' capabilities. Measures to minimize local economic impacts and stabilize employment, such as assigning social responsibility practice agreements, will be established in 2020 that will relieve coal-fired plant workers of job insecurity. The early closure of Boryong Units 1 and 2 is a significant victory for South Chungcheong Province and its 2.2 million citizens with various citizen participation activities. South Chungcheong Province, with its residents, will continue to lead public consensus building on coal phase-out policies and sustainable energy transition.